Coming in, the Senate reportedly poised to pass a China industrial policy bill. Could be $250 billion to counter China in manufacturing and technology. That is what could be coming in the Senate. That may be one and done because Biden's agenda looks like it's hitting a wall in the Senate as Congress returns from recess. Democrat Senator Joe Manchin saying he's not going to eliminate the Senate filibuster. That means Democrats will need 60 votes to pass President Biden's agenda. That means even a small number of Senate Republicans can torpedo Biden's agenda. Joining us now, former Arkansas governor and Fox News contributor. Look who's here with us, Governor Michael Huckabee. Sir, you know, Senator Manchin is getting slammed as a, quote, traitor over saying he's not going to get rid of the filibuster. What do you think of that rhetoric?
I think he's not a traitor. He's a statesman. This is how it's supposed to work. If Joe Biden has great ideas, it's his responsibility to sell it to the Republicans. And if the Republicans don't accept really good ideas, they'll pay the price for it with the American people. That's why Joe Biden has spent the last several months ignoring Republicans. He says he wants to work with them. He says he wants to bring everybody together. But if there ever was something that would work, it would be the infrastructure bill. And here's why. Republicans love to build things. Democrats love to spend money. A true infrastructure bill gives everybody what they want. Republicans get to build stuff. Democrats get to spend money. People get to go to work. It's actually helpful to the economy. For every mile that is built in a road, 10 jobs get created. You want to create 1 million jobs? Here's what you do. You create 100,000 miles of road across America. That's how you do it. And it's an incredibly valuable return on investment. Joe Biden ought to be selling that, but he's not. He's out trying to get everything he wants, and he's throwing stuff into the definition of infrastructure that has nothing to do with infrastructure, like early child care. Wonderful thing, but it ain't infrastructure. Next, I expect him to say that a second helping of ice cream, since he loves it so much, that too is infrastructure. It just isn't.
Well, in my world, it is too. But, you know, Governor, you make an interesting point. You wonder if they blew it by doing such a huge blowout in spending. You know, that turned off people, the moderates in the Senate and in Congress. And the other thing, too, is time is running out. I mean, Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer, he's no arm-twisting LBJ. We've got the August recess about to start, the September budget fights to avoid a government shutdown about to start, the start of campaigning for next year's midterms that Democrats could possibly lose. This feels like President Biden's last chance is the next few months to make his mark as a president. Biden's heading to Europe next week.
Joe Biden needs to listen to some of the greatest political science of all time, the Rolling Stones. And I say that because their song was, "You can't always get what you want." Politics is about compromise. It's about getting something, but in order to get it, you have to give it. So the question is, what is Joe Biden willing to give in order to get? And if he's unwilling to give anything, if he says it's my way or the highway, if he wants spending that the Republicans are never going to accept, then we go back to this maxim of politics, Liz. When you have this attitude, all or nothing, now or never, you get nothing, and you get it forever.
Yeah.
That's where Joe Biden is headed if he doesn't change.
Well, here's the my way or the highway thinking that could happen, Governor, because now we have the Energy Secretary, Jennifer Granholm, indicating that they may try to ram it through with just 50 all-Democrat votes, no Republican votes, on what's known as budget reconciliation. Let's listen to the Energy Secretary dodge questions about that. Watch this.
But you didn't answer my question, because the question is, would Manchin vote for a bill if it's just Democrats? And you said he would vote for it if it's bipartisan. Yeah, I don't know of any Republicans who are willing to vote for this
preference.
Yet. Yeah, well, not just preference. That might be his line, though, right?
Right, of course that's his line, and you'll have to ask him about where his ultimate bottom line is.
Doesn't sound like they're wheeling and dealing here, you know? It just doesn't sound that. What do you think?
They're not. And politics is exactly wheeling and dealing. It's about sitting down and saying, what do you guys have to have? Well, here's what we've got to have. You start where you agree, not where you disagree. I've never seen such incompetent political activity in my life, is what I'm seeing. Look, I had a legislature that was 90% Democrats when I first went into office. 90%. It wasn't trying to get, 10 Democrats. I had to get 50 Democrats, or I was sunk. But you make it work. But you don't do it by stiff-arming everybody on the other side. You sit down, you listen, you give up some stuff. Then you get some stuff, and you get things done. That's what the American people are looking for. And if Joe Biden rams this through without any Republican votes, he might want to go back and remember what happened to the Obama administration back in 2010. The American people had Obamacare rammed down their throats and up their noses, and they gave it right back to them and gave the Congress to the Republicans.
Well, it sounds like as governor, you gave out a lot of ice cream, too. I'm just kidding. Governor Mike Huckabee, it's good to see you. You knew how to get it done. All right, Governor Huckabee, come back soon. It's good to see you. We're coming into the